This is how we enter data onto the system. Click New Contact, choose a category, we'll say it's going to be a prospect, and fill in all the data in the boxes here. To save you watching me do that, I'm just going to cheat and collect an existing customer who's a prospect. And you can see we have telephone numbers, fax numbers, email address. We can put a credit limit in there if we know the company. And let's imagine that I need to make a note to call Julie Keys in 3 days' time. I simply click on 3 days. What happens there is that puts Julie's details onto a list that will appear on this list in 3 days' time. It's actually on this all ringbacks, as you can see, and it will turn up here in 3 days' time. I could also have made that 10 minutes or 11 months. Let's say 10 minutes. I can put notes about this contact in these boxes. Just been on holiday, or perhaps something a little more relative. Currently buyers from our competitor. I think that's how you spell competitor. As a presenter, you can see that it enters the date and exact time that these entries have been made. If I want to add a lot more information to a note, I click in the selected note, click full page, and then I can put almost as much information there as I wish. Now let's assume that I've managed to contact Julie Keys. She's placed an order with us, which now makes her a customer. She's currently listed under prospects, and I want to change that to customer. Click on change category, confirm that, and click customer, and you can see now Julie is listed as a customer. If you have other people using this same computer, or if you're using this system on a multi-user environment, we can also put calls down to other people. I'll put this one down to Jane, and I'll put it for 11 o'clock. That's before the current time, so that will come up on this list. And there we have Jane. I can see recontact by for myself and Jane because I have show all users information checked. If I uncheck that, then I will only see my recontacts, and if I choose Jane, I'll only see Jane's contacts. This is useful, for example, if Jane was booked to call people today but hadn't come into work for some reason, then I can, if I wish, reallocate that to other people to call. If I want to cancel a recontact, click on the cancel button. Or in common with all light blue coloured boxes in this entire system, I can double click and raise the calendar, and then I can choose a date. Any ringbacks that occur after the current day are in red. All current days are green. And that's it. That's entering data on the system. You can see when we did the categories that we can find customers, contacts with these drop down boxes. At the moment that's set to all, so you can see in the right here I've got some prospects, some suppliers, some customers, and whilst this isn't a problem while there's 30 contacts on the database, when there's 30,000 it will be more difficult to find people. So I can then just click on prospects and only see prospects, or I could click on top customers and only see my top customers. I can also find people by their Christian name, by their surname, and by the first line of their address, their postcode, their telephone number, and even their email address. And that's entering data.